the fires, boy, the Lord was doing favors. Blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few. Lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a day is. But hey, what about it? So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going air, they were like, oh yeah,
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, our holiday coverage kicks off with a good one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Lions at 4-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Goff's throw into the hands of Henry here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Third and 5. Here's Goff. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage, and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. This is taken around the 12. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars out, first and 10.
At the 34.
Now ETN to start the drive.
Fights through it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. They'll try the left side with ETN.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeat it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you play on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw is Goff.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Fall for touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
2nd and 10.
Goff.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, The open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now a first down throw, gone. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Travis Etienne.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Foyesade Oluwakin.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
To kick off for the Jaguars.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Come on.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On play action, Lawrence.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Etienne up the middle.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This is 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Bigsby.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
65.
From the gun, it's Hooker. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first.
That's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Hey, run! 11.
Now Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Bigsby. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Lawrence. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Touchdown, Jaguars. Parker Washington, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have got it on cruise control. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. David Montgomery, 73 yards. And the Lions are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
13, Lou.
They go play action with Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
To the 43, 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Red on red.
Second down and 8.
Here we go.
Lawrence. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
All right, let's go.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Lawrence will throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, Goff. He gets this one to Boyd.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here we go. Tonight.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Montgomery, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Hey, tonight.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. One of the more impressive punt returns you will see. That one from 87 yards away. And the Lions get a bit closer. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On the red.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, here's a run with Bigsby.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Another run by Bigsby.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Jacksonville, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears.